Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring the most extravagant homes owned by billionaires. We'll be ranking these luxury pads from Tier F all the way up to the ultimate Tier S. Spoiler alert, some of these will blow your mind, while others might make you question how all that money got spent. So grab your popcorn, and let's start from the bottom. Let's start off with Tier F, where we're looking at houses that don't quite live up to the hype. You'd expect that every billionaire's home would be dripping in luxury, but that's not always the case. Just because a house costs millions doesn't mean it's the best of the best. Larry Ellison, the tech billionaire, owns a huge mansion in Woodside, California. At first glance, it looks like something out of a history book. It's modeled after a 16th century Japanese palace. Now that sounds cool, right? But here's the thing, it's mostly just a replica. It's an impressive concept for sure, but it doesn't have the modern conveniences you'd expect from someone in the tech industry. For $200 million, you'd think there would be cutting-edge technology everywhere, but instead, it feels kind of old-fashioned and not as practical for modern living. Next up, we have Peter Thiel's estate in Maui, Hawaii. On paper, it sounds amazing. It's 10 acres of oceanfront property. But when you look closer, it's not quite as incredible as you'd think. The house itself isn't that big, and while the view is stunning, the home doesn't scream luxury. It's pretty basic by billionaire standards. Plus, it's super isolated. Sure, you've got privacy, but you're far away from all the conveniences of a city, so it's not exactly the most practical place to live. Just because a house has a massive price tag doesn't mean it's at the top of the luxury scale. Sometimes the hype doesn't match reality. Moving up to Tier D, we're talking about homes that are definitely impressive, but they don't stand out in the world of billionaires. They're luxurious, but in a way that's predictable. These are the kinds of homes where everything checks out. Huge, expensive, well-designed, but they don't leave you speechless. Let's take Jeff Bezos's mansion in Washington, D.C. as our first example. Now, this house is huge. It's a former textile museum that Bezos bought and spent millions renovating. It's got history, it's got size, but here's the thing. It feels more like walking through an art gallery than a home. It's all very polished and grand, but there's no real personality to it. It's safe, clean, and everything is perfectly in place. But it doesn't feel like the kind of place where someone would comfortably live and relax. It's almost too perfect and ends up feeling cold and detached. Next, we've got Steve Cohen's estate in East Hampton. This is the classic Hamptons mansion. Big, beautiful, traditional. Think of everything you'd expect from a high-end home in the Hamptons, and this place fits the bill. It's elegant, classy, and screams old money luxury. But here's the thing, there's nothing surprising or groundbreaking about it. It's the kind of house you'd expect any billionaire to own. It's luxurious, sure, but it's also pretty predictable. There's no bold design, no risky choices, just a solid, high-end mansion. Next up is Tier C, where the houses are stylish and comfortable but still don't have that wow factor. These homes are practical, functional, and have their own charm, but when compared to the extravagant billionaire homes, they fall a bit short. Warren Buffett is known for his simple lifestyle, and his home in Omaha reflects that. It's a modest, unpretentious house, especially for someone of his wealth. Buffett has lived there for decades, and while it's cozy and functional, it's not what you'd picture when you think of a billionaire's home. There's no flash or luxury. It's more of a family home that suits his personality, but doesn't exactly scream billionaire mansion. While his frugality is admirable, this house isn't breaking any records in terms of design or luxury. Now, Bill Gates' mansion, Xanadu 2.0, is a bit different. It's packed with cutting-edge technology and is designed to be incredibly sustainable. In terms of innovation, it's one of the smartest homes on the planet. But here's the thing, it's so focused on being a smart home that it doesn't feel as luxurious as some of the other billionaire properties. The design is more about efficiency and tech, rather than creating a lavish, jaw-dropping mansion. It's practical, high-tech, and environmentally friendly, but it lacks that luxurious feel that makes other homes stand out. Now we're moving into Tier B, where the luxury is undeniable. But these homes are still missing that little something to reach the very top. They're impressive and high-end, but not quite the cream of the crop. Mark Zuckerberg's main home in Palo Alto is a perfect mix of modern design and natural surroundings. Privacy is a top priority here. The house is sleek, minimalist, and has all the essentials you'd expect in a billionaire's home. But what stands out most is that it's surprisingly understated. Zuckerberg's focus is more on having lots of land and privacy than on an over-the-top, showy mansion. It's luxurious, no doubt, but it doesn't have that flashy element that you might expect from a billionaire. It's designed for comfort and seclusion, not to grab attention. In Austin, Texas, we find Michael Dell's famous home. This place has jaw-dropping views of Lake Travis and is loaded with high-tech features. The bold design and stunning location make it a dream home for many. However, despite all of its grandeur, it's still not quite at the top when compared to some of the world's most extravagant billionaire homes. It's luxurious, sure, but it doesn't push the envelope in a way that would place it in the top tier. It's amazing, but maybe just a little too safe to break into the highest ranks. Now, we're entering Tier A, the homes that really make you stop and say, wow, these are incredibly impressive, nearly flawless, and they push the boundaries of what we think of as luxury, but there's usually just one or two things that keep them from reaching the top tier. Let's talk about Mukesh Ambani's Antilia. This isn't just a mansion. It's a 27-story skyscraper in the middle of Mumbai. Antilia is one of the most famous billionaire homes in the world, and for good reason. It has multiple floors dedicated to parking, living, and entertainment. The design is bold, with each floor having its own theme. There are even rumors of it having a snow room, where artificial snow is generated for a cool escape from Mumbai's heat. But here's the catch. Some people think it's just too much. For some, it crosses the line between luxury and excess. At such an enormous size, it can feel more like a private hotel than a personal home. Still, you can't deny that Antilia is one of the most unique and eye-popping homes in the world. Next, we have Elon Musk's former Bel Air mansion. Before he sold it, this home was the perfect example of modern luxury. It had everything you'd expect from a tech billionaire's home: high ceilings, huge glass windows with stunning views, and all the space you could ever need. The design was sleek, minimalist, and full of cutting-edge technology. It wasn't just a home, it was a statement. But what makes this house interesting is Musk's decision to sell it. Musk has since embraced a much simpler lifestyle focusing on minimalism. So while this house was a masterpiece of modern design, it didn't fit with Musk's new philosophy of owning less. Still, when he owned it, it was easily one of the most luxurious homes in Bel Air. We've finally made it to Tier S, the absolute pinnacle of luxury homes. These are the properties where billionaires truly spare no expense. We're talking about the most extravagant, jaw-dropping, and unique homes in the world. These aren't just houses. They are entire experiences. First up, we have Richard Branson's Necker Island. Now, imagine owning your own private island in the British Virgin Islands. That's exactly what Branson has. Necker Island is not just a home. It's a tropical paradise. Picture pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, and the kind of views that most people can only dream of. It's fully staffed with resort-level service, meaning you never have to lift a finger. Everything you could want is taken care of, from gourmet meals to water sports and relaxation. This is the kind of place where you can disappear from the world and live in ultimate luxury. It's more than a home. It's like having your own private world. Few homes can compete with the sheer exclusivity and beauty of an island like this. Next, we have Larry Page's eco-friendly mansion in Palo Alto. Now, when you think of a billionaire home, you probably imagine something massive and flashy, right? But Page's mansion is on a whole different level. It's designed to be eco-friendly, blending sustainability with futuristic technology. This isn't just about living in style. It's about living smart. The house is packed with the latest innovations in energy efficiency, from solar power to smart home systems that manage everything seamlessly. The design is open and futuristic, filled with natural light and sleek architecture. It feels like a glimpse into the future of living, where luxury and sustainability coexist. It's not just a mansion, it's a vision of how we could all live someday. If we had billions to spend, of course. And there you have it, our billionaire house tier list. From the underwhelming to the mind-blowingly extravagant. Let us know in the comments which house you would love to live in. Or maybe which one knocked you off your feet. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next tier list or luxury ranking video. See you next time.